If you ask me how much do I know German, then I would say I know German as much as I know you. For me, you are Germany, in a way, and same for you maybe. India is how many people you have met, and the more people you met, the better perception you get. I'm very much excited, more excited to work for outside India, because India, I know I've seen India, so that's okay. But I want to see the world, see how people are. I don't prepare at all, It's like, okay, you have to go there, fine, I'll go there. So even when I go there, like some people are in the habit of studying that place. Okay, this is how people are. This is what you should do. This is what you should not do. So I don't go into much into those things, which I should. But I just go and I do my job and come back. The only point I keep in mind is that keep yourself clean, keep things around you clean, and don't do anything to offend anybody else. So you just follow these 3 rules and you'll be comfortable in any part of the world. Once you're in there, you can then start learning the culture of people. But generally people are not very open or open to discuss the culture and those things. So it has to be through friends, Unless you make friends in other countries, you can't really know the country. Because I don't know the person at all. I don't know how he thinks of me. So I will be very cautious, that, as I told you, I would not like to hurt anybody when I'm outside. So I'll take every precaution to make sure that he understands my point of view all the time. Because the more you speak, the better you get in relationships. I mean, I know what my parents taught me, I know what people around me keep saying it. But to be frank enough, whatever you learn or people say is not followed. Nobody follows. Are you getting my point? So, whatever I've been taught, I have not seen happening in the world. And maybe I have not followed them also. So, what happens to the culture there?
What have you been told?
Don't lie, be honest, don't take bribe, don't give bribe. Even these things should be a part of your culture. But people do all these things. Everybody knows they should not be doing it. What happens to the culture then? All over country, all over the world, I would say, the level of thinking or intelligence or thought is derived from what they can see. Are you getting my point? You put 10 people in line and ask them to see something or observe something. They all will observe different things. And that decides your level, how much you can take in from the world, how much can you learn from the world by looking at things around you. And that varies. That will not define your intelligence, okay? I'm not saying that if somebody is observing more, he's more intelligent. No, that might be wrong. But he will be a more practical kind of a person, is what I feel. He would be more, aware of things around him. Sometimes you're blind to these things. You're totally blind to these things. I won't say that he is I don't know why. I mean, if you look at school days, as soon as the bell rang, people used to rush out and run from the school. I have to go back. That attitude has not changed. Even people grow up and do the same thing. So when they have to go home, they just rush. You can do nothing about it. The car will take the same time, the train will take the same time, everything will take the same time, but still you will rush. So that is in your nature. And that level, the rush level, is different. The more cultured people will rush less. And the most, I can't say not culture, but yes, something to do with that, something around that, people will rush more. I strongly believe that you should not judge a country by its capital or metro city, honestly. If you go to London, if you look around, it's okay, this is London, this is how people are. No, 80% are tourists. 80% people in London are tourists. They are not, that is not UK. So that is how I think you should, as you said, you should judge by small cities, villages, small areas, or even in metro. Don't go to an area which is filled with people from outside. Go to a local area where people are sitting. Then you will get the real taste and flavor of that place or that country. Food wise, you put me in any part of the world, I'll say give me Indian food. That is something I'll miss. It is because if you ask me why, it's not because I'll say Indian food is the best food. No, I'll not say that. I can't say that. Because it might be wrong, might be right. So it's not because I believe that the Indian food is the best food. I'm not trying to say that. It is because what you are brought up with. Any person who has had for 17, 18 years or maybe 20 years, maybe less, has had the food cooked by his mother, or at least food baked by his mother, or warmed up in the oven by a mother, ready to eat kind of food, whatever he has had, which has been provided to him by the person who is taking care of him. If you have that food for 17, 18 years, you will fall for it. You will love it, no matter where you are. The same case is with me. I've been having Indian food for so many years, so if I go out, I miss it. And I want to have it. So that is about food.
It's more like a nostalgic thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I feel yes, in Western world, what do you call it? Middle level people?
Middle class?
Middle class and all those classes, they are very practical, very logical. And they do whatever they like to do. They will not do anything to show off to anybody, which is a big difference. In India, middle class will try to show that he is above middle class. The people in higher class, what do you call it?
Upper class?
Upper class, okay. They will try to show that we are in the business class. So that mentality is there, yes. I feel it. I feel it in India. I feel it in things that I do at times. Okay, to show off. I also feel like, then I say, oh no, no need to show off. It's okay. So it happens with me also, so it's okay. Can't help it. But now I'm more practical, more logical now. These things don't bother me at all.
Like people here in Germany, did it happen that they also asked you about anything but business?
In the office?
Anywhere was...
In the office, no. Nobody cares. Come, go, do your job, go back. Maybe just talk whatever is required. So I would say they are less probing. It might be because that's part of the culture. But Indians are very probing. Very much, trust me. Especially girls. If you happen to talk to a girl, she'll try to know everything from you. So we talk a lot. And if you get hold of a lady or old woman, then you had it. She'll keep you with herself for 2-3 hours. Just keep asking you all the questions. Why is your hair long? Why do you wear this? Why do you wear that? So they'll get into that level, where it might offend you. But I feel that people here have a lot of privacy. They respect it, and maybe they feel the same way for you. So that's why they don't ask those questions. But in India, they'll ask you anything, anytime. Everybody, all these people who drive me in and out, they'll have these questions. Okay, what's your name? Okay, where are you from? Okay, where are you going? Okay, when are you coming back? Okay, how long have you been here? Okay. Yes. So these are 5-6 questions which every cab driver will ask me. And I get pissed off. Yeah, come on. Then I kill it. I'm going to sleep now. Okay, fine, you sleep. Because for him it is the first time. For me, I've answered this 10 times to all the drivers. So I try to be polite. Okay, yes, yes, yes.